He proposed to her in the hospital even after the doctor told him she has only 7 days to live. Ella and Michael had been living together for 3 years in a small apartment on the outskirts of the city, the kind of place that always smelled like coffee and laughter. They were not rich, but they had peace. Every morning, she would hum softly in the kitchen while making breakfast, and Michael would come up behind her, wrapping his arms around her waist and whispering, "One day, I'll build you a bigger kitchen." She'd giggle and reply, "As long as you're in it, even this is enough." They had built a life out of simplicity, late-night movie marathons, road trips in his old blue car, dancing barefoot in the living room whenever it rained. She loved painting, and he loved watching her. Their love was steady, unshaken, like two souls that had been searching and finally found home. Then one morning, Ella collapsed in the bathroom. At first, Michael thought it was exhaustion. She had been working long hours at the art studio, but when the doctor came with the results, everything changed. He looked at them with sorrow in his eyes and said, "I'm sorry, it's cancer. Late stage." Michael's heart stopped. He reached for her hand as the words echoed like thunder in his ears. "How long?" he asked. The doctor hesitated. 1 week, maybe less. That night, Michael couldn't sleep. He watched her lying on the bed, her face pale but still beautiful. She turned to him, saw the tears in his eyes, and whispered, "Don't look at me like I'm already gone." He held her hand and said something she didn't expect. "Then marry me." She blinked. "Michael, you can't." "I can. I will. You've given me the best years of my life, Ella. Let me give you the best week of yours." The next day, they got married in the hospital chapel. She wore a simple white dress that one of the nurses helped her sew overnight. Michael wore his only suit, the one he used for job interviews. When she walked down the aisle, weak but smiling, everyone in the room wept. Their honeymoon was not in Paris or Rome, it was in that hospital room. They watched old movies, held hands, and talked about everything they never said. He fed her soup, brushed her hair, and told her stories until she fell asleep. Each day, her strength faded a little more, but her laughter never did. She painted one last piece, a picture of the two of them standing under the rain, and asked him to hang it by the window when she was gone. On the 7th day, she could barely speak. Her breathing was shallow. Michael sat beside her, holding her hand, whispering, "I love you, always." She smiled faintly and whispered back, "Then meet me in your dreams." Moments later, her hand grew still. Michael stayed there all night, her wedding ring pressed to his heart. The nurse found him in the morning, still holding her hand, whispering her name. He buried her in her wedding gown, the one she wore for a week, and hung her painting by the window just like she asked. Every morning, sunlight touched the canvas first, as though she still lived there, smiling through the colors. And every night, Michael whispered to the air, "Good night, Mrs. Michael, I'll see you when I sleep."